Okay, working on the $40 Craftsman. It actually cleaned up reasonably good. Emily and Shania are up there. Emily helped me out with this. No spark. So most likely the coil is dead, but I do believe I got a coil similar to that on a parts engine sitting in the shop. The coil had this control box on here connected up with these two wires, or sorry, these sets of wires here. They went straight to the coil, then they went to the grounding system on the actual tractor. So I'm thinking it's either that box there is no good, or it's the actual coil. But if I have a coil that will fit this, I'm just going to put a standard coil on there, wire it up, and make it work. I think it will run that way. Most likely it's some sort of like a CDI box of some sort, and it controls the spark, who knows. But if it runs okay without it, with a regular old coil, I will definitely run it that way. Unfortunately, this bolt, and this bolt right here all snapped off. So I'm going to most likely try and back these ones out, this one here and this one here, because they are sticking up. I'll spray them with some penetrating oil and PB Blaster most likely, and try and back them out. Problem is steel bolts going into aluminum. It's a real common issue. I've had other engines similar to this that exact same part has snapped off. So it's not a deal breaker. It's still going to be held on there by the front and side bolts where the dipstick is. So I'll get around it. It's not going to be a huge deal. So like I said, I'm going to try and get them out first. If I can't get them out, I'm not going to worry about fixing them. If the engine runs good, most likely this is the only issue. The engine does have clean oil, so most likely it was running up till when the coil went, or the CBI box. The deck actually cleaned up reasonably good. All three spindles were seized. I was able to get them unseized. The clutch is currently not working on this either, so I got to work on getting that working. Don't know if the wires are no good going to it, or if the clutch itself is just no good. So I got to figure that out. But I'm going to do a little bit more investigating on this. If I can get it to run, and if I can get the machine to move, I will definitely consider fixing it up. And I think it's worth it. It's at the point where I think it is worth it to fix. It's not too far gone. It does need two back tires. The one tire is seized on. The other tire actually came off reasonably easy. But what I can do is I can stick the machine up on its side with no fuel in it and pound the tire off with the sledgehammer, and without bending the axle. But other than that, it's getting there. Next step is to try a different coil and see if this will fire up and see if it has spark. It's got a reasonably new spark plug, so I'm thinking it had a tune-up done on it and the coil went, and they didn't want to put a coil back into it. Most likely the shop that they brought it to said, oh, it's going to be that you need that coil, you absolutely need that coil. But I'm going to see if you do need that coil or not. So I'm going to go from there and see what happens. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and just try and comment.